I thought Sell Lemons was going to be a silly Roblox game about selling lemons. But within 5 minutes, I had something like 7.3 octotrillion. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right. A lemon empire and a slightly worrying need to keep upgrading things. So now I understand why my kids like this game. In this video, I'm going to play Sell Lemons, explain how it works in plain language and work out whether it's just a random screen time or actually one of the better Roblox games for kids. I'm Mrs. Mummy Plays and I started playing Roblox because I wanted to understand what my children were doing. Unfortunately, I now appear to have become emotionally invested in lemons. So Sell Lemons. The basic idea is that you start with a little lemon stand. Now, it's not a lemonade stand, which is what I initially thought it was. It is just a lemon stand. I keep calling it a lemonade stand because that kind of makes more sense. You can name your stand, start selling lemons, earn money, and then use that money to upgrade everything. And when I say money, I don't mean normal money. I mean Roblox money amounts that sound like someone has just made them up. As I said, at one point, I've had 7.3 octotrillion, and I have no idea what that number is. I don't think I've ever used the word that octotrillion in my life before. But that is basically the game. You sell lemons, earn ridiculous amounts of money, buy upgrades, build new things, unlock areas, and slowly grow your entire lemon empire, which, to be fair, is strangely satisfying. And I can see the appeal. You're not actually fighting, you're not under any sort of pressure, you're just running around, collecting money, building things, upgrading things, and becoming a wildly successful business owner. Who doesn't like the sound of that? I actually find it quite relaxing. The music is quite chilled too. The colours are bright and there's something quite satisfying about watching the numbers go up. And this is the first thing I think parents need to understand. These games aren't always exciting in an obvious way. They're not always dramatic, but they're very good at giving you constant little rewards. You do something small, you get money. You get money, you buy an upgrade. You buy an upgrade, you unlock something new. And then suddenly you're thinking, I'll just do one more thing, which is exactly what my children say. So now I'm part of the problem. From a parent point of view, I actually think there's quite a lot going on underneath the silliness. Children are reading menus, following instructions, making choices about what to buy, saving up, comparing amounts, working towards goals and dealing with enormous numbers. There's a lot of mathsy kind of things in there too. And there's a lot of planning. You're constantly deciding, do I spend money now? Do I save it? Do I upgrade this? Do I unlock that? What's going to help my progress faster? That's the bit I think is easy to miss if you just look at Roblox and think, oh, it's just screen time. Because yes, it is screen time, but it isn't necessarily empty screen time. There's reading, maths, strategy, planning, patience, problem solving, and a very strong lesson in how quickly you can become emotionally attached to a lemon business. Now, this is where the game starts to get more ridiculous, because you don't just start with your little lemon stand. You start building all these different buildings. You get bigger and bigger areas. You collect more money. You have managed to get in this game. Then somehow I end up in space, which is actually quite cool. You can bounce around and there's this little weightlessness feeling, which I enjoy much more than I probably should have. And this is another thing I noticed. This game feels quite sensory. There's the music, the bright colours, the collecting, the jumping, the little vibrations when you pick things up. I really like the ASMR bit where you jump on the little money blocks and get that tiny vibration in your hand. Does that make me weird? Probably. But I'm being honest, I really like that bit. And I can see why children might find that really satisfying too. It's not just the game itself. It's the little sounds, the little movements, the rewards, the feelings of collecting things, the visual progress. It all adds up. Then we get to the alien investors, because obviously what every lemon empire needs is alien investors. They basically appear and tell you that you can rebirth. Now, rebirthing sounds very dramatic for a game about lemons, but it basically means you reset your progress and go back to the beginning, but with some kind of boost so you can build up faster next time. So I rebirth, and suddenly I'm back at the start again, building everything up from scratch. And I know that sounds like it should be annoying because you've lost all your buildings, but it really isn't, because now you build it back much faster and the numbers go up again and the upgrades happen again. And again, this is the clever bit, which is probably far too deep, but it also analysis for a game feel like you're selling lemons. So you don't feel like this is my life now. You feel like I analyse lemon empires on the internet. One thing I keep doing, though, is walking into the wrong person's lemonade stand. I do this all the time after I've rebirthed. I'm running around thinking, why is nothing working? And then I realise, wrong lemon empire, not mine. Mine's over there. This is why nobody should be taking actual gaming advice from me. But it's one of those things I quite like about Roblox. It's quite chaotic, but it's forgiving. You can get lost, press the wrong button, wander into someone else's base, not really understand what you're doing, and somehow still make progress. And I think that's probably part of why kids enjoy it. You don't have to be perfect. You can mess around, explore, experiment, show each other things, and still feel like you're getting somewhere. There's also a bit in Sell Lemons where you buy and sell fruit, and it's basically like stocks and shares. You're supposed to buy when the price is low and then sell when the price is high, which sounds simple, except I keep doing the opposite and failing miserably. I buy low, sell high. This is the theory. In practice, I was just clicking things and hoping for the best. But when I did finally manage to make a bit of money, my kids were genuinely impressed. Honestly, I think they were more impressed by that than anything else I've done recently. And again, from a parent point of view, that's the bit I find quite interesting because there's decision making in it. There's risk, there's timing, there's watching numbers go up and down. It's obviously very simplified, but there are little bits of real world thinking hidden inside a very silly game. Now, I'm not saying this means Roblox is automatically educational and we should all throw away the books and just let our children run a lemon empire all day. Absolutely not. But I do think sometimes Roblox gets dismissed too quickly. And I think that's one of the reasons I wanted to make this channel. I want to just stand here saying, get off Roblox, while having no idea what Roblox is actually about. I'd rather understand it. I'd rather know what games my kids are playing, why they enjoy them, what the risks are, and what the benefits might be. And with Sell Lemons, I can genuinely see the positives. It's calm. It's not fighting based. It has clear goals. It involves reading, maths, planning, saving, upgrading, decision making and patience. It has a strong sense of progress. And it's also quite fun. And this is important. I can also see why it can be hard for kids to stop. But as a game, I actually quite like it. It's silly and satisfying. It's weirdly relaxing. And it's made me care far more about lemons than I ever expected. So my parent-friendly summary of Sell Lemons would be this. You start with a tiny lemon stand and gradually build it into a ridiculous lemon empire. You earn money, buy upgrades, unlock new buildings and areas and keep working towards the next goal. It's simple, bright, calm and very satisfying. It also uses reading, maths, planning, problem solving and decision making, even though kids probably just think they're running around getting rich from lemons. I can see why kids like it, and annoyingly, I actually really enjoy it too. So if your child plays Sell Lemons and you've had absolutely no idea what they're talking about, hopefully this has helped a little bit. And if there's any other Roblox games you want me to try and translate into parent-friendly language, let me know. Because apparently this is my life now. I play Roblox and explain lemons on the internet.